2 points here throughout all of last season in the Premier League, along the way to the
Liverpool team who are on the front foot.
Does that feel like a big call, David?
Most comfortable, not just on Arsenal, but in England. You think of playing in the middle of that back.
Martin Tyler.
Thanks, David. Good evening, everyone. Well, no shortage of firepower, plus new signing Diogo Jota from Wolves. Gunning for the champions, and it's live.
Well, we've seen so many goals in the Premier League fixtures.
Arsenal trying to beat match in another remarkable weekend in the top flight of English football, full of talent. He's on the ball here, trying to thread one through for me. Kenny, who
just underneath the head. It was a very definite movement. Position is a lot more advanced.
Here's Firmino. And then sticking out. And Dani Ceballos, who's back from Madrid. But
giveaway by Alexander-Arnold to Alexander Lacazette, partly because of his checkered injury history. He touched on for Keita, and now Robertson. It's a very good dash back by Holding, and it's a Liverpool corner.
Well, that was wonderful, and I mean,
Robertson's corner beyond Van Dijk, up in the air by Bellerin, stolen from him by Alexander-Arnold, who lifts it in towards Van Dijk, whose header is nudged away from the line by Luis.
I think Van Dijk is actually looking to pick out Roberto Firmino, because Van Dijk, knowing that he's backtracking, he's not going to be able to generate enough.
Salah, the flag was up, the referee has chosen to overlook it, and Tierney has... Keita through the crowd into Holding, and behind for another Liverpool corner.
Yeah, it was a...
Once more, Andy Robertson, low this time. And
Arteta has decided to introduce just a...
Good snatch by Maitland-Niles. Aubameyang's return pass didn't help him. Keita. Alexander-Arnold.
The earlier run from Keita wasn't tracked by Xhaka. He allowed Luis to come and pick him up, but once it was fed in, that's a very...
Alexander-Arnold gave and went and received from... Tested now by Firmino and Robertson, and hoisted up over his own crossbar by Granit Xhaka. Robertson's take. Luis away to Alexander-Arnold!
Because there's great power and purity in what he unleashes, but it's Bellerin that it's hit his left leg.
Back out of the woodwork, in again by Keita. Away as far as Salah. Going long, Holding wary of Mane. Luis with a giveaway, Alexander-Arnold touched on for Wijnaldum, and David Luiz can breathe again.
It was weak. You're expecting something with much more force from...
Maitland-Niles saw instead Willian. It came off Robertson, and it's scrambled in by Lacazette. And Arsenal snatched the lead at Anfield, palpably against the run of play at the expense of a distraught Andy Robertson. And because it did come last off Robertson, there can be no question of offside.
No, and
Firmino. And Salah! And Mane! One each! It took them next to no time. This Liverpool side rarely trails for long. Sadio Mane on the spot. And we're back where we started.
yeah,
2 minutes and 25 seconds. And now is Roberto Firmino, who's just overshot.
yeah. I thought El Neni would replace Ceballos. He's lost it.
Tierney lost it to Fabinho. Firmino. Strong turn from Naby Keita. Belted out. Lifted in by Alexander-Arnold. And Robertson scores! A moment of personal atonement. And the moment when Liverpool, for the first time on the evening, establish a lead. He gave one, he took it straight back.
What a pro this fellow is. I mean, you could see his angst and his upset, but Firmino did brilliantly in this position to begin.
The bit between their teeth now. Alexander-Arnold. Keita. Salah. Fabinho. Alexander-Arnold. Distributed for Mane. Robertson's got outside of him. And Willian made a robust defensive contribution.
That's the best thing Willian has.
Firmino, it's a delightful idea, and Salah was so nearly onto it. But any question that Liverpool might struggle. Luis goes long. Maitland-Niles was onto it.
From Maitland-Niles, and it looks very much as if he has just lent offside.
Over the top for Willian. It's Willian's delivery. Extras. Forward by Luis. Can Willian catch this up? He can't. And at half-time at Anfield, the champions are looking good again, leading Arsenal. A scoring touch. Bellerin. Tierney. Free Mane. And Mane has a run at goal, and Mane has a hit at goal. And heaves it just a shade too high.
Well, the one thing Mane would have wanted to do in that position is to get it back on his right foot, but I think he could see that the numbers were getting
down, but he's fine. And here is Aubameyang. And here's Lacazette, and there's Maitland-Niles. And in by Firmino, and out by Tierney. There's that diagonal again, and there's Alexander-Arnold. Luis, well advanced. Bellerin spotted a... Mane. Exceptional debut. Here's Robertson. And a Fir. Alexander-Arnold. Who is on his own here. It's Alexander Lacazette, and Alice problem for Tierney. It's Salah who built of the Netherlands to have a rattle, and Leno went down and got behind it. Minimum requirement, kept it out. Rolled up for Lacazette. This is a big chance for Lacazette, and again.
This is a delicious supply, and he seemed to kind of take it wide, expecting.
Firmino, and Mane pivots and fires wide.
I wonder if he's kicked it off.
Fabinho, Robertson beyond Firmino, taken up by Keita, and then Robertson behind Keita. In by Robertson, Van Dijk round the back, and find Firmino, and Firmino's shot is deflected wide.
Yeah, Tierney was the one that got in the way again, and then
back in by Alexander-Arnold, back out by Luis, and Jota scores this time. If only the Cop were here to welcome their new star. In front of where the baying tens of thousands should be, Diogo Jota marks his Liverpool Premier League debut with a goal, a match-clinching goal.
Yeah, and all down to shrewd business on behalf of Liverpool Football Club. He has looked impressive since he's come into this game, and our